making her own clothing before it was cool to make your own clothing. It's Julia Gree with Pre-Love. I love that you're here because you've got great products, and put it here for the girls who can't sew.
Oh, I know. That's always the biggest joke, that I cannot sew, that I've like run this fashion company for 20 years and I don't know how to thread a needle. But you don't have to.
Good.
This is the great thing. So what I did today, Tracy, is I brought along some of my favorite, as I call, anti-sewing tools.
Good.
Things that you can use to create great projects without using a needle and a thread.
Nice. Okay, what do we need?
Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you how to do is basically how to make a cardigan out of an old sweater without sewing.
So we're going to show you a shot of that cardigan right there. You can see it on the mannequin. And that started actually as a sweater, like the dark blue one that we have there. That's how it was.
Yeah, so you take an old sweater. Now you can use anything with a little bit of a wool in it will work, anything with a cotton based, but I always love to start with a V-neck because a V-neck naturally has that flow to a cardigan when it's ready to go.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
what you're going to do is very simply, basically cut the sweater open. And because if you're using a V-neck, it creates a nice line like that when you fold it.
Yeah.
So you basically fold it over very simply, and then you will just cut along that fold. And just, oh yeah, like how easy is that? We're just cutting.
Yeah, so very easy to cut this this fabric for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got sort of the second step right here.
There we go. Yeah, moving along. So once we don't have to finish cutting that, I think you can all see that. You just keep cutting along the center to open it up. Then once it's open, like this one here, what you're going to do is you are going to fold over the one side, probably about an inch. You can see I've sort of done it here. You would fold that over and you would press it down with an iron.
Right.
Then you're going to use the best thing since sliced bread is hem tape. This stuff is amazing. It works for if you want to hem pants, if you want to, and the ideal thing is drapes. You know when you get drapes up on the wall, they're too long, just fold them up and you use hem tape. So what you would do is measure the length of what you're going to need. You're just going to cut it. You will put it inside the fold that you've already created.
That you've ironed down.
That you've ironed down, and you just slip it in like this, and then you will just iron that down. And that stuff starts working. The minute it gets hot, it sticks.
Ooh, that's
just like this. So you can see what it will look like after you've ironed it and pressed it down. And then you're done.
And then you're done.
You're done.
Do you have to be worried? Do you have to be worried about washing it or anything?
No, no. I mean, I always say, because you're using a bit of wool anyways, I keep the stuff out of the dryer.
For sure.
The dryer is the death of all clothing.
Yes,
You know what I mean? You can wash it, it's flat dry forever.
Okay, so now this other thing, we've all got placemats.
I know, this is great. This is a placemat.
It starts like this, and in the end, it's going to be a clutch.
A clutch.
Look at that.
DIY. Exactly.
Right?
But this is the other tool that I love to use is glue. You can use glue on so many different types of fabric.
I love that you just said that. This is so easy.
I know, come on, seriously. So you can use it on leathers, you can use it on certain polyesters, and of course you can use it on plastic.
Is it a certain kind of glue?
Well, my personal favorite is a little bit of that crazy glue. You gotta be careful not to stick yourself to the project.
Yeah.
Which does happen occasionally.
Right.
But so it works the best, especially on a plastic.
Okay.
So you take your handy dandy placemat, which you can pick up anywhere, as long as it's plastic.
Yep.
And then you're gonna wanna fold this into thirds. So we're just going to fold it over, simple, 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 like that, nice like that.
Okay.
Then what I would do is grab a few clothes pegs just to hold it into position as you start working on it. Okay, so we've got that. And then all you're going to want to do is glue down this side. So, very simple, take your glue. Can you hold that, Trace?
Yep.
Thanks, babe. Don't want to glue you to this. And then we're just going to put the glue down in here, and it just sort of comes out like that.
And you don't usually need a ton of
it,
right?
And as I said, you got to be careful because you can stick yourself to it.
Yeah.
And then once you've come along, as you're gluing, you're going to want to put clothes pegs along, right?
So that it stays down.
So that it holds in place.
I'll say you're just gluing this part. This is going to be the little flap.
The top,
That's going to be the top of it.
Give you that.
And I'm going to close peg. I'm going to take the glue.
Perfect.
And then you've got a belt that you've used for the buckle.
Once you've got it all glued, it's going to look like this down the sides.
Very cool.
Then you're going to use a belt as the buckle, exactly, to hold it on, which is so simple.
And that's just cutting and
exactly. You just cut. We're going to wrap it around like that. You're going to measure where you want to cut.
Yep.
Just cut it. I would suggest at a project like this about 15 inches.
Okay.
Cut the leather. Easy, easy, easy.
Listen, you have great projects all the time. We've got a third one, and it's just the scarf that came out of a sweater. We're putting it on our website, okay?
Perfect.
Cityline.ca for that. So easy breezy. After the break, you're going to see our amazing makeovers, all three of them. Don't miss it.